Are you familiar with that chest constriction that happens during anxious moments? The endless stream of thoughts robbing you of rest? That ongoing preoccupation with what's ahead that takes away your now? Consider this. A single three-word phrase exists that can vanquish anxiety right as it begins. This phrase is so impactful that brain scientists have examined its neurological effects, with findings that will permanently transform your stress management. Nevertheless, before I share these powerful words, you need to do something this instant. Hit the subscribe button and activate notifications, as what follows might distinguish between perpetual anxiety and authentic mental tranquility. Founded on assembled scientific investigations from universities worldwide and official public health documents, this video delivers current knowledge specifically prepared for those aged 60 and beyond. Right now, permit me to ask you something truthful. How many of your days have been dedicated to fretting over circumstances that never came to pass? How many magnificent moments passed you by as your consciousness remained stuck in either an invented future or distressing past? What's true is that anxiety doesn't exist in the immediate present. It simply cannot. Anxiety invariably concerns itself with potential future events or past occurrences. It derives strength from time periods that have no current existence. Here's the moment when it all shifts. The words that dissolve anxiety are merely these: I am here now. Just 3 words, 9 letters, infinite power. When pronouncing these words with real presence, something incredible happens within your brain. Studies using functional MRI scans show that present moment awareness immediately reduces activity in the amygdala, the brain's fear center, while simultaneously increasing activity in the prefrontal cortex, the area responsible for rational thinking and emotional regulation. Yet this transcends simple brain biochemistry. This centers on taking back your life from control of non-existent dangers. Give this some thought. In this very moment, are you fine? Not about tomorrow's uncertainties, not next week's possibilities, not in those late-night mind-created scenes. In this moment, most often, the answer is yes. This very second, breath flows through you. This very second, you're safe. At this instant, you possess all that's required to exist fully in the now. The greater part of people past 60 hold years of amassed worries. We've experienced sufficient life to understand that negative events occur. We've undergone loss, dissatisfaction, and wellness obstacles. Given this background, our mental state becomes hyper-alert, ceaselessly monitoring for forthcoming threats. Mental health experts label this anticipatory anxiety, and it's thoroughly exhausting. It feels like marathon running while being completely motionless. Your body fails to recognize the distinction between real hazards and imaginary ones. While stressing over tomorrow's health appointment, your pulse rate rises, blood pressure surges, stress chemicals flood through you, precisely as if the danger were happening currently. This chronic stress doesn't just feel terrible, it literally accelerates aging and weakens your immune system. Here's something powerful that Harvard researchers discovered. As people consistently cultivate present moment awareness, their systems yield reduced cortisol, the dominant stress hormone, and heightened DA, frequently referred to as a longevity substance. Merely by directing your awareness to now, you're genuinely opting for health instead of sickness, calm instead of disorder. Allow me to recount a story that portrays this excellently. A man named Robert, aged 72 years, dedicated his days to being consumed by heart-related anxiety. Every morning he woke up checking his pulse, monitoring every sensation, convinced that each day might be his last. His partner saw him fading into the stress prison until one afternoon, positioned in his garden, he spotted a butterfly touching down on a neighboring flower. For just brief moments, his consciousness became fully peaceful. His heart wasn't a source of worry. Tomorrow wasn't in his mind. He merely watched this butterfly, completely in that instant. And right then he grasped something deep. His worry wasn't safeguarding him. It was stopping him from truly living. From that point forward, whenever stress appeared, he would remind himself, I am here now, and orient his focus to something in his present space. Some sound, a sensory experience, his respiratory rhythm. Over time, this simple practice transformed his life more than any medication ever had. At this moment, please pause this video for just 5 seconds and give this a try yourself. Speak the words aloud. I am here now. Feel your body in the chair. Become aware of air on your skin surface. Perceive the noises around you. Notice how quickly your anxiety fades when you genuinely land in the here and now. This isn't positive thinking or denial. This is something far more powerful. It's reality. The present is the only time frame that truly exists. Everything beyond this is either memory or fantasy. As you perceive this completely, not just intellectually but viscerally, anxiety's dominance over you ends. You discover you've been in pain over matters that have no present reality. And prior to moving forward, I need you to assist in sharing this message. Share a comment using 1 if this is clear to you, or 0 if you're having doubts. Your engagement helps this video reach other people who desperately need this information. At this point, let's explore how to employ this phrase successfully, especially when anxiety intensifies. The important thing isn't employing it as a weapon to battle anxiety, attempting to force worry away. Instead, apply it as a steadying force, a gentle cue to return home to the here and now. As you sense anxiety growing, pause briefly. Draw in a slow, deliberate breath. Express I am here now, either audibly or within. Then involve your sensory awareness. What enters your visual field? What can you hear? What tactile sensations exist? This simple practice interrupts the anxiety spiral before it gains momentum. Brain research shows that complete presence and complete anxiety cannot coexist. These are mutually incompatible conditions. Presence dissolves anxiety the way light dissolves darkness, not by resisting, but merely by being present. For those beyond 60 years, this technique proves particularly beneficial, since we frequently bear not only present concerns, but also gathered anxiety from decades of difficulties. We may stress over health matters, financial security, our children or grandchildren, or losing our autonomy. These are real concerns, but worrying about them doesn't solve them. It simply prevents us from embracing the beautiful moments we still have. Action fixes issues. Being present provides peace. Worrying accomplishes neither. Here's what makes this phrase so transformative. It works immediately. It costs nothing. It has no side effects, and you can use it anywhere, anytime. So this represents your challenge. Whenever you observe anxiety appearing, utilize the phrase, I am here now. Say it with awareness. Come back to your senses. And this is what I need you to do at this moment.